The following is a presentation of TFNN. It is now time for the Diagnostic Trading Hour with your host, Darrell Martin. Now, Darrell Martin.
All right, folks, welcome on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour here on TFNN. Make sure you listen to us on your mobile phone from anywhere and everywhere with live trading commentary 9 hours a day on TFNN.mobi. And, of course, watch us every day live on Tiger TV at TFNN.com. Let's go ahead and check out where the market's at right now. We got the S&P up 14.5 points. We got the Russell up 6, the NASDAQ up 13, with the Dow up 107. Getting that triple-digit moves going again after that flat day yesterday. Looking on over at oil, it has moved an entire 2 ticks. And natural gas is now down over 1% on the day, so it is the energy sector that is moving right now. Going into our ags, corn not moving that much right now. It's up $1.25. Soybeans a little bit more, up 9 points on the day. Looking on over at our Forex pairs, we got euro dollar down 26 pips. Aussie dollar up 15. Pound dollar is unchanged, flat on the day, 0 pips from yesterday's settlement price. Looking on over at USD CAD, it is currently up 8 pips on the day. Dollar franc's up 41, with euro yen down 21 pips. Pound yen is currently up 4 pips, with US yen up 8. Also, gold is currently down $1.90. Silver is basically up 0.11. So $1.90 doesn't mean anything, by the way. That's down like 0.13%. So really quiet on those two metals. However, copper does not want to be left behind. It's making its move today. It's up 1.4%. It is the big mover of the day over in the futures market right now. And was that expected? Yes. Okay. Let's think about this. All right. Copper. Why would it move today? What happened today that would make copper move? And is there something you could be aware of in the future that might want to, make you look at copper on certain days? So the answer is definitely yes. And what is it that makes copper move? Well, what is copper used in consistently? What can we trade where we can constantly find a news report, maybe, to be able to trade copper off of? Meaning expect volatility. Well, it may not always happen right at the news event. Okay, so this is one thing to be aware of. It's not always right at the news event, but it is often on the days where home sells come into play. Okay, so anytime you have those home sell reports, that usually is going to have a bigger impact on copper. So, you just want to be aware of that, have that sort of, in your lineup for each day. And today we had new home sales. So that's, if new home sales are turning over, then that means there will be more new home sales. One thing to also look at is permits on building new homes. That's a big mover. So you could look at going in at night and checking out a possible trade on copper. The binaries and the spreads open as early as 6 o'clock at night. And so you could look at potential trade setups on that. Now, we didn't get a major impactful event on the new home sales report. That wasn't a major surprise. It's not one that I really like to straddle or strangle because it doesn't move enough. Even with consumer confidence coming in better than expected, new home sales coming in better than expected, really not my favorite trade to straddle. One of my favorites, though, to butterfly. And I'll go in like 30 minutes before it, 60 minutes before it, 90 minutes before it, and I'll look at various FX pairs that have maybe a 30 or 40 pip range, and I can butterfly going into that news. And even one of the ones I was looking at, I talked about a little bit yesterday, is the US yen. I mean, it doesn't move at all after the news comes out. It has like a 38 pip average move, and not one time in the last 2 years has it broken 50 pips within 2 hours after the news report coming out. So you could literally hop over here. Let me show you this. We'll look at US yen real quick. We'll pull it on up. It's had a nice little smooth day. It's been a good day to trade U.S. yen, with, this morning so far. But let's look over at the news. Okay, the news happened right here at 10 o'clock. So if I mark that report right there, okay, and then this is where it came out right here. Well, after it, we have an average move of 38 pips. So how much of a move did we get from pre-news release to the high within 2 hours? Let's look at it right there. And so we go in, we're right on, if I get it really specific. And let's see, we got a close of, let's get the closing price, here we go, of 97.73 to basically 98.02. So right within, within 2 ticks of 38 pips. And that's what we're expecting, is that it won't settle more than 38 ticks from the high to the low. And so we can go in, we can pull that out, and we can look right here. This is really where it settled, right? So if we go from 10 to 11 to 12 o'clock, so this would have been where your 12 o'clock binaries would have expired. That puts us at 25, so obviously a winning trade. Got right up to the edge. Could have made you a little nervous, right up there on that spike where it went up. But then it pulled on back down and give you a nice, profitable binary trade. And the cool thing about this report is it comes out at 10. You could hop in like at 9 or even as 8:30, whatever. And so when it's down here, you could look at selling or buying. But I like to, you sort of see the thing, trending on up. And so we were looking at this morning's trend. And, I have buys going into the morning, around 8:20, 8:30 right here. I can show you that. So if I get buys coming in, like right here, see these long trades, long all the way up, then that means I could leg into the butterfly. I could sell down here. And as far down as I could sell for ideally, somewhere between $15 and $25. And then as it moves up, we get up to the settlement price. We're getting pretty close. And if I can sell about 20, 30 pips out, then that's awesome. And I'll sell it, and for about buy a binary, down here, sell the binary up here for 15 and 25, buy the binary down here for 85, 90, maybe 80 at the the most. And so it gives myself a nice big range to allow the US yen to move in between. Also, you could just hop in and you could put the trade on right here for buying at about I could have got in at least at about 80, 85 and sold somewhere about probably 15, 20. So you're looking at about a $30 to $40 profit on the trade if it stays within that 30 to 40 pip range at expiration. It does, and you're able to get profit. So it really is a very cool time to trade butterflies. Is right around the news. Okay. And let's go ahead. Let's check out some of our markets because we do have the indices moving for us today right now overall. So we'll pull that on up. S&P looks like it's wanting to tick on higher. And it moved up. It moved down a little bit last night. Came on back up. Settled right around the half deviation mark and just oscillated there for literally like 8 hours. Okay. Finally, it's decided to move on up to 0.7. And it looks like it just might want to break out. And so if it does break out, what is the expectation? Where will it move to? We could probably expect to move maybe at most up to 1586. And I think that's about all we're going to get out of the day. We're going to get maybe that one deviation mark. And that's where a lot of the orders are going to be stacked. However, do not forget on the deviations. Okay? Do your measurement. What is a deviation from settlement to 1? Okay, it's going to be right about, give or take a couple ticks, about 20 points. So we've got a pretty wide deviation going on right now. And if I go from the low all the way to the high, I'm already at 24 points. So technically, I've already moved a deviation from low to high. And, it's already, it looks like it's pretty tired. But if it wants to move that next hesitation point, I'm going to expect it's definitely going to be up here at 1586. All right. So that wraps up our S&P. Let's go ahead and check out NASDAQ. And so right over here, we've got the same thing, almost the exact same move, almost the same chart, except for it is not showing the same strength that S&P is showing. It hit that 0.7, but then dropped all the way back down, filled in the gap, another gap fill trade. I'm going to have to start hopping back in on these things. I'm just seeing these gap trades. You know, they're a little bit crazy lately, right? We haven't had them for a while, and now they're just firing off. I mean, gap right there, just about a gap right there. We definitely got the gap right here. So gap trades maybe they're back, huh? So we'll start checking them out. I love gap fill trades. It's just I was waiting for them to, come back. Looking on over at Russell. Russell moved on down, sort of somewhere in between NASDAQ and S&P. Just not showing us the amazing amount of strength. People like to pull up, and they're like, well, we got this line here. We got that line there, and this looks like a pennant that's going to break out, and, all that fun stuff. You can use that. I mean, there is some level of accuracy to it, and if it breaks out, it usually breaks out in the same direction, keeps going higher. So if it does do that on the traditional pennant, then, of course, you'd expect it to move on up, and, it could pop up 7 points by the end of the day and hit 959. So we'll see if it actually is able to get that strength and break on up to a higher level. But as always, I don't really watch these. I just trade the trend. So right now it's a very difficult trend to trade, so if I'm doing anything, I'm doing butterflies at the moment. Now we're going to hop on over here. We're going to look at the Dow. See what the Dow shows us. Does it paint a different picture? It does show a little more strength. So really the Russell's the one sort of weighing everything down. The NASDAQ showing quite a bit of strength. The S&P showing some strength. The NASDAQ trying to figure it out. The Dow up there on the 0.5, 0.7. And if it decides to continue the climb, move on up to 14,749 would be the next target. So we just got to see some momentum in that direction. You can see we've really just been tapering off, doing a whole lot of nothing. But the volume ought to be coming back in the market here in the next hour or so. Now let's go down. Let's look at our metals and see what we got. And right here it moves up to 0.5, back down to settlement. Pretty flat on the day at the moment. We got a few minutes. So you know what? Let's have a little fun. See if we can find anything worth trading on these metals. How's that sound? See if we can find some good trade setups. So we're going to log on in over here. And I'll pull my screen up just in 1 second so you can see it. And what I'm doing, I'm logging in right now to the spread scanner. You get access to it right there on the home page. And so right over here, spread scanner. Here we go. Okay. And then let's choose gold. All right. Check it out. See if you can find anything I'm going to be looking for in the break. See if we can put something together before when y'all get back. Stay right there.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. with the launch of Tiger TV. TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screen as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pezzamento, Andy Hecht, Victor Jones, or Darrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
McEwen Mining is a high-growth, mid-tier producer in the Americas with a market capitalization of $1 billion. Experienced mining executive Rob McEwen, as chairman, CEO, and president, owns 25% of the outstanding shares of McEwen Mining and has put in place an ambitious business plan with the goal of qualifying for inclusion in the S&P 500 by 2015. With $70 million in cash and liquid assets as of the end of 2012 and completely debt-free, McEwen Mining is poised for growth. Production in 2013 is forecasted to grow at 24%, reaching 130,000 gold equivalent ounces, and over the next 3 years, McEwen Mining projects that their production will increase to 290,000 gold equivalent ounces, almost a threefold increase from last year's totals. If you'd like to find out more about McEwen Mining, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE or TSX under the symbol MUX.
Patterns, profits, and peace of mind.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pezzamento's trading newsletter he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the forex market, and more. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 full weeks. That's an $85 value. Yours free when you register right now.
Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind.
And get the edge you've been looking for.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. What exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they describe the Tiger's Den. Absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Darrell takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
All right, folks, let's go ahead and check out if there's any trades left. We don't have a lot of time left in the day, so we're going to see if there's anything on here that we might be able to take advantage of. We got 5 minutes left. We got a gold contract, a possibility. Oh, that's close. Right there at $12.76 for $20. That'd be premium collection. And so looking on at that, I'm going to go ahead and pull up on Thinkorswim. I'm going to look at my time and sells. Looks like we're sort of ticking up, down, not going anywhere. And it's at $24.50 right now. That's one little tick. Notice I made like a $5 difference on that trade. So, but we're going to check it out. We're going to see. It looks like it's ticking solid down. Yeah, look at that. Now it's moving. See how fast these things move? Watch. Just watch. You'll be amazed at how fast they can move. And so you put your trade in there. You put it on. You place the order. And so we're going to go in and grab the trade. And by the way, you can also set a limit order. You know, you're like, hey, if I don't get $20, I don't want it. You know, you can do that. Now, you may not get it. Okay? Be aware. Right? Because if it didn't go up to $20, you're not going to get it. If it takes up just a little bit, we'll get our $20 fill. Right there, we got 1275.2. And this is pure premium collection. This is saying if gold stays, you know, at or under, okay, at or under 1276, then we'll get filled on the trade. So, looks like it is definitely staying at or under on that. And we did get filled. And I didn't even see, I don't know if you noticed, I didn't even see 20 on the screen. Okay, I mean, it was just like, boom, and I was in. So I'm in the trade right now. I sold for $20, and as long as it stays below 1276, then we'll make a profit. Okay, actually at or below 1276. So if it's 1276, 1275, 12, you know, doesn't matter what it does. As long as it stays at or below 1276, we'll make a profit. The scariest part on these trades, the part you have to be aware of, is in the last 2 minutes. the quotes basically disappear. There's almost no liquidity in the last 2 minutes. So if you don't want to be in about 3 minutes before expiration, you need to get out. Okay? So, like right now I'm up a couple bucks, right? I could buy back for 18. So if I didn't want to be in, I'd need to bell at this moment. Okay? I was going for 20. I could get, I could buy back right now for $12.50. So that is a possibility. You can look at that. And I mean, these things, when they move really, really fast in these last few minutes. But also that volatility is what gives you that opportunity to potentially go in and make a decent profit. So that's a gold one right there for you. We'll check that one out. And then we could also look at some other possibilities. So I'll leave this trade over here. We'll go on. We could also look at silver. There's nothing on silver. It's going to expire because it expires 5 minutes earlier, so it's already closed down there. And copper's also gone for the day. So nothing on copper. The last thing we got left is our gold contract. And one of the things I like to look at over here is I'll look at time and sells. So I got that up right there. I'm looking at this little directional trend. I'm checking out time and sells. I'm seeing how it's flowing. And just one of many ways to trade it. And what they're going to do is they're going to take the last 15 trades, okay? They're going to, actually the last 25. They're going to drop the top 5 and the bottom 5, and they're going to average the middle 15. So that's where they're going to get the settlement price. So it's not just like the very last trade, because the last trade, it could just be some weird spike, bam, and then you're hosed on the trade. So they're really going to look at the last 25 trades, drop the top 5 and the bottom 5, try to get rid of those weird little spikes, average the middle 15, and then close out your trade for you, and that's it. And again, we are right at the end of the pit closing session right here, and coming up in just a couple minutes. And these trades, you got to do them consistently, and you have to do them over and over again because you got to work the probability. Some trades are going to be great for you, some are not going to be so great for you. And so you really need to learn to manage your risk, not over-leverage your account, because the risk-reward ratio is not great. The probability is fantastic, but the risk-reward ratio is horrible. So you need to have your probability definitely in your favor. You need to know what you're doing and how to do it, and put all those pieces together and do them consistently enough that, let's say you just win 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 5 or whatever, then you're able to capture that profit, and it'll cover those occasional losses that do come in. And, but if you're only doing like one randomly here and there, it's going to be really tough to cover the occasional loss. So we got a few seconds left on the clock. Right now, 1:29, you got 35 seconds. And if you want to know you're alive in trading, this is one way to do it, because it'll make your heart race. And you never knew how long 30 seconds could take when you're waiting for that 30 seconds to count down. And, all right, we'll be right back after this break. We'll find out the result.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. With the stock market flirting with all-time highs and volatility back, Now is the perfect time for a 2-week free trial to Market Insights. On Monday, June 24th, Tom O'Brien closed out all 5 open positions in his daily newsletter Market Insights, with all trades being profitable and ranging from a 2.23% gain all the way to more than an 11% gain in just one position, for an incredible 32.7% profit combined between the 5 trades. Let Tom O'Brien's years of market experience work for you. If you'd like to see for yourself what kind of trading newsletter Tom O'Brien delivers to his clients each morning, then now is a perfect time to sign up for a 2-week free trial to his daily newsletter, Market Insights. In a volatile market like we currently have, the potential for fast market moves like we've seen recently is a trader's dream. So don't wait any longer. Sign up for your 2-week free trial to Market Insights today at the front page of TFNN.com. The Art of Timing the Trade charts has officially launched at TFNN. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind software, The Art of Timing the Trade charts allows you to scan for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, butterflies, ABCs, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade charts is designed to help you when scouring the market for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, and even months searching to find. As part of our introductory pricing, we're offering licenses available at only $59 per month. We're so confident that you'll love this new outstanding piece of charting software that we'll even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Lock in your low price today by ordering your copy at TFNN.com. Darrell Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Darrell Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
All right, welcome on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. We just wrapped up that trade right there. We sold the 1276 binary, and we got in that trade. We got $20 for it. And I'll go ahead and I'll pull up the original order ticket so you can see how they both come through back to back. So right here, shrink that down a little bit, make it easy to see. Your order has been executed to sell the gold August, following the August futures contract, okay, will be, yes, since I'm selling, I'm saying false. The greater than gold August, greater than 1276 at 1:30 p.m. today. If I sell that, I say that's incorrect. It'll be equal to or less than 1276. Okay? So I got $20 premium collection for that. Somebody else paid $20. They were the premium payer. I was the premium collector. And instead of waiting a week or a month to do a trade, like a Iron Condor, Iron Albatross, whatever, Iron Butterfly, vertical spread, credit spread, I did it in 5 minutes. Open to close, 20% return on the trade there. And I had to put up $80 in capital, so I made a 25% return on investment. And like I said, I did it in only 5 minutes. So I paid in 20, I got paid out 100, which includes my $80 of risk, okay? So they gave me back, they put all the risk, they pulled that immediately. So it's a 100% margin, so you cannot get margin called. You can't lose more than what's in your account. So $80 came out of my account for a possible collection of $20, and then I got paid $100 back, so I made a net $100 on the trade. And that's how they work. And there are 21 of these expirations per day. So there is a lot of opportunities on like 20 different markets: gold, silver, copper, oil, natural gas, corn, soybeans. Let's see here. We got the S&P 500. We got the Dow Jones 30. We got the Nasdaq 100. We have the Russell 2000. You got the DAX. You got the FTSE. You got the Nikkei. We also have Euro dollar, pound dollar, Aussie dollar, Euro yen, pound yen, US yen, US CAD, and US franc. So more than enough markets to do this, and 21 expirations a day on various markets that you can take advantage of these trades. So it's a very cool way to trade. And some people will get it and they're like, well, only one contract, only $20, you know. And one of the things, you know, I talk to people about this is the 5% rule, which sounds insane, okay? But hear me out, all right? Goal, 5% a day. That sounds nuts. But before we even start there, let's just think about, if you can make $25 twice a day or $17 three times a day, okay? With $1,000 in your account, if you could just go in and grab $25 or $17, you know, a few times a day, a few trades, you've made $50. I'm talking about a $1,000 account. If you can do that one day, make $50. The next day, make $50. If you do that, you're making 5%. Okay? If you can make 5%, make $50 a day for 20 days, you've doubled a $1,000 account to a $2,000 account. So now what do you do next month? Same goal. Let's make $50 per $1,000. Okay? Yes, that does mean make $100. It does not mean trade more trades. It means trade more contracts. So again, if you can have two trades that make $25 or three trades that make $17, you will net $50 profit per trade. Okay? So, does that make sense to you? If it does, then you start to understand the concept of compounding. And though that sounds so insane, okay? But it's just $25 twice a day, $17 three times a day. When your account gets, if you have $2,000 in your account, you're still going for the same amount. You're just doing it on 2 contracts. Or you're just doing it on 3 contracts. But your entry price to exit price is $25. So the whole goal here, okay, is just to do that consistently. Just go in. And then, by the way, here's the biggest key. Stop. Stop trading. If you hit that in your first 2 trades, 3 trades, and that's 30 minutes into the day, stop. Don't keep trading. Be done. Reward yourself. Go take your dog to the dog park, or take your dog to the zoo, or take your wife out, or whatever, okay? Stop trading. You know, go back to bed, watch a movie. You know, go out during the non-prime hour and do the things you need to get done for the day. 5% a day doubles your account in a month. And though, okay, in reality, yes, you're going to have some losing days. In reality, yes, you're going to pull some of your profits out, or you should pull your profits out. But just looking at the simple concept of compounding, that's all I'm talking about, okay? And I understand there's a reality of not every day's a winner, and there's a reality that you will pull money out. But just the simple fact of compounding, 1,000 at 5% a day will turn into 2,000 at 5% for 1 month, okay, 20 days. Will turn into 2,000. 1 month later, will turn into 4,000. 1 month later, 18, 16, 32, 64, 125, 256. And yeah, at a certain point, you run into potential liquidity issues. But you know, you have multiple markets. You have 21 expirations. So who cares? Just double it as many times as you can and then pull back and start over again, whatever. But it's a very simple method. It's a very disciplined way to trade. You hop in, you do them day in and day out, you do 2 or 3 trades, and you stop. And just go for that $50. And I remember somebody telling me, man, I want to learn how to make $5,000 a day. And I'm like, well, that's great. Let's see if we can get you to make $50 a day. And he's like, what? No, I want to make 5,000. I'm like, hey, buddy, if you can't make 50, you can't make 5,000. Okay? So if you can make 50 a day, you can make 5,000 a day. You just do, 100 times as many contracts. So but it's a lot cheaper way to get there. So, because you learn consistency. And, but if you go in and put all the pieces together and learn that simple compounding method, you'll be amazed at the power of it. And so many people want to, they want to retire tomorrow. They want to win the lotto ticket in trading. They want to go in and double their account in 15 minutes and, all this other crazy stuff. And that's why 90% of traders are gone in 9 months or less. But if you'll say, hey, where do I want to be in a year? Do I want to be making a living trading? Well, if I trade too big now, I'm going to give it all back before I get there. But if I'll trade consistently and I'll go for, a few trades, making a small amount of money, and I can do that day in and day out, and just increase my contract size or decrease once a month, then it's amazing how much better that can work. And by the way, I do recommend that you try this out on demo. Okay? Obviously, don't go in and try to, do it all at once. I'd rather it take you another month or two to do this successfully than blow your account out, in the next 2 weeks or month because you don't know how to put it all together. Okay? And so just go over here, go to TFNN.com. Click on Nadex. Click on our products. And then right there you'll see a link that says Demo Account. And under that, fill in your username, first name, last name, phone number, and email address. Click Apply for Demo. They'll send you a password. You'll be able to log in right away. Once you get that, then go ahead and log on into your account. And now, you get your demo account. It'll have $25,000 in there when you start. And so when you're trading, now what you can do is you can go over here to My Account. You can go to Account Funding. You can go to Settings, all this stuff. But obviously you're not going to fund the demo account. I tried the withdrawal feature on here. It doesn't seem to work. But anyways, go on over here to Password. Change the password to something you're going to remember. Okay, big recommendation right there. So change that password to something you'll remember that is secure. And also go to Preferences. And under here it'll say Multiple Order Tickets. Click Allow Multiple Tickets and click Set Preferences. And you should be all set on that right there. And that'll get you going. So now you're set. Now you're ready. And you can set up the screen however you want to. You got the binaries. You got all this other stuff over here. And, different trades you can do. You can even save your layout so you can access it, without having to lay out everything a certain way. Let's say you just want open positions, like right here. Then you want to resize the contract name field or, whatever. You can resize everything however you want to and save that way out. So very simple thing to do. And then you can turn things on and off up here. Like there's the market section. If I select a market, that's where it's going to go. So if I go over here and select, the weekly copper contracts, there they are. If I go in and select the S&P 500, binaries, it'll load those. And then I can open or, hide or show working orders, hide or show open positions. I got the finder, which is this area over on the left side. One of the big tips on the left side, you have to use refresh every hour, sometimes half hour because new binaries come in, new spreads come in constantly throughout the day. And then you can see your potential profit or loss by opening it up and choosing one contract, and it'll actually do your P&L for you on any one of these contracts. So all that's available for you. But, of course, inside of our website, with the Diagnostic Analyzer there, we do it all for you. Okay? So right here, you can go in and I can select S&P 500 and, I'll show you a euro dollar. I can get rid of all the filters. And here's every single euro dollar binary that you can currently, trade. So a lot of markets out there that are available for you. But this is what you're sorting through on that platform. You're literally diving through all of these contracts, which is very overwhelming. And it was overwhelming for me. I had a hard time trading them because there was just too many choices, and I like to know I want the same one. And then go over here, and then, I can bring this down and go, what am I looking for? Well, maybe I'm looking for premium collection. So I can say 70 to 90. And now, out of all those contracts, look at that. We shrunk that down from 100-something to maybe a little over a dozen. And then now that I have that piece put together, I can go in and I can, say, well, you know what, I just want to see ones that are going to expire maybe in the next 24 hours. So that'll, exclude the weeklies out of the way. I could even say I want ones that are only going to expire like during this trading session, like in the next, like, say, 6 hours. And I might want to even tighten it up because I don't want to say the 7 o'clock, so I could say 4 hours. And now I just have the 2 and 3 o'clock ones. Looks like there is no, sometimes, by the way, I will put that out to like 95. And put that together. And then I'll see just, what exists. Right now there are the binaries where I could go in on euro-dollar and I could do a trade. There's like a little $95 one. I mean, that's not really worth it, but I mean, you're going to get $5 if the euro-dollar stays above 30.81. So then I can go over here and I can check out, whatever currency pair I want to, pull up my charts. I got a Aussie dollar trade there. Euro-dollar, looking at that. It sort of looks like it's trending down, but been sort of flat for the last 30, 45 minutes. So, there's a little trade that keeps appearing over and over again for like $5, but it's still got 12 minutes to go. I could be an easy $5. That's about all it'd be worth. But we do have some potential, binary butterflies we could put together. So you could say, hey, it's going to stay lower than 3100 or greater than 3079 between now and 3 o'clock. That's what you'd be saying if you went and did this. So let me show you what that means. So like 3100 up here, okay? And then 3079 down here. So if you think that between now and 3 o'clock, your dollar is going to stay in this range, sort of an iron condor style, strategy, then you could go in and you would just sell the 3100 and buy the 3079. And so we put those two pieces together. The dollar's showing some weakness, but the euro isn't just absolutely weak, it's just sort of still at the moment. So, anyway, so we put that trade on, get $19 on that side, 18, so get $19 on this side. There we go. And so now we have those two trades on. So long as the market will stay within that range for us, then we'll be profitable. Now, how much are we bringing in? Okay? Well, let's look it up. Let's pull up a little calculator, figure it out. So once I pull up my handy-dandy calculator here, I can find out, well, if I bring in $19 on one side, I bring in $19 on the other side, I can make $38 on the trade. And then right here, let's see, what else do we got that we could do? All right, so by the way, how's much risk? This is one thing, if you haven't been in this before, what is the risk? The risk is it $81? Because a lot of people think it's $81. The risk is not $81. I'm going to show you why it's not $81 when we get back from this break and how you can reduce your risk even further and make this a better than a 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio trade. Stay right there. We'll be right back after this break.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments. And whether you're bullish or bearish on U.S. Treasuries, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Recently, Basil Chapman has had some outstanding trades in his newsletter, The Opening Call. Each morning by 9 a.m., Basil uploads his newsletter to the TFNN servers so that his subscribers can access his expert trading advice. Basil gives his take on the direction of key indices and updates any active trades that his subscribers are currently in. Just recently, Basil subscribers closed out a short position in Chipotle Mexican Grill, CMG, for more than an $86 profit per share, over a 20% gain in just one position. If you'd like to try out Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, then visit the front page at TFNN.com and click Trading Newsletters. There you'll find Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, where you can request a free sample copy. Also, don't miss Basil's program, The Tiger Technicians Hour, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, on TFNN.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, has helped subscribers for over 10 years navigate the high-risk world of exploring and producing gold companies. And now's a great time to sign up for a free month-long trial to see the kind of insight that Tom delivers for his subscribers on a weekly basis. Every Monday, Tom O'Brien issues a quick update on the metal market, giving you his take on the HUI, XAU, GLD, dollar, bonds, and much more. Tom follows Monday's update with a full gold report, which is delivered to subscribers Tuesday afternoon with detailed coverage of 24 separate gold or metal stocks, as well as another 10 to 15 stocks that he lets you know are on his potential watch list. Get your month-long free trial to the Gold Report today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Don't spend another year navigating the metal markets on your own. Act early in 2013 and make the most of your gold and metal market investments.
Join David White as he keeps you up to date on the latest tech stocks while he uses his Power Law Vector Indicator to identify the best trades. The Power Trading Hour, next on TFNN.
All right, folks, come on back here to the Diagnostics Trading Hour. So we got on our little trade right here, and just sort of letting it do its thing. There's not much you can do. You just sit there and sort of watch the paint dry, right? Sort of a boring way to trade, but boring can be good. Boring means, you're not scared. So once you start getting a little more exciting, that's, maybe not necessarily good. But anyway, so $38. So first I said the risk. People go in and they buy these trades and they're like, $19. Well, if a binary is worth $100 and you can only make $19, you're risking $81. No, we're doing a butterfly. So if it stays in between the range, okay, only one side can lose. Correct? So one side is going to win. No matter what. Guaranteed. Wow. You just used the word guaranteed on a financial show. Yes, I did. Because it is impossible for the euro dollar to be both above 30.79 and below above 3,100 and below 30.79 at 3 o'clock Eastern time. The euro dollar cannot be greater than 3,100 and less than 30.79 at 3 o'clock Eastern time today. It cannot be both. Now, it could be greater than both. It could be less than both. It could be in between. But it cannot be both greater than 3,100 and less than 30.79. So let's assume one side does lose $81. The other side is going to make 19. Okay, so let's add 19. We'll add 19 more. So we have $62. That's not ideal. That's not perfect. But for an iron condor, iron albatross style trade that's that far apart, that's not too bad. Okay, if you've ever traded credit spreads, that's not a horrible credit spread. Okay, now can I reduce that risk further? Because right now I have $60 on, basically $60 of risk on about $40 of reward potential. Can I take it down? Can I make the risk less without changing my entry price? Yes. How? Well, there's one way. You change your exit price. Okay? So on these trades that I have up, the trick, you could say, would be is I know 3 things about a binary. So, what are they? I know that a binary will be worth 0 or 100 at expiration, and I know it will be worth 50 if the $0 hits 3,100. This binary will be worth basically $50. Why? Because if it's at 3,100, there's a 50-50 chance it's going to be above or below 3,100 at 3 o'clock. If it hits 30.79, there's a 50-50 chance it's going to be above or below 30.79 at 3 o'clock. It's going to be worth $50. I don't care if there's 5 minutes or 20 hours or 4 or 5 days left until expiration. If the underlying market is at the strike price, it'll be worth $50. So this does require a little babysitting if you want to reduce the risk. But if it gets up there, okay, and let's just say I went in and I sold for 19 and I got out for 50, okay, I would have a $31 loss. But I'm going to make approximately, we'll just go ahead and say 19, or you could say 15 if you just want to get out early, minus 15. So I lost $30 on one side. We'll just say I made 15 of the 19 because I got out. I closed everything at one time. Okay? I lost $16 on a trade that could make 38. I just turned a trade that was about a, 70% to 1 reward to risk ratio to a trade that was over a 200% reward to risk ratio. So very simple, just a little money management. So hopefully you're getting a little bit out of this, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow right here on the Diagnostic Trading Hour. Stay tuned. We got another great show coming up for you right after this.
Hi, folks. I'm Steve Rhodes with TFNN.com, and the trend is your friend until it changes. A free special report is now available on the homepage of TFNN.com, and if you have money in the markets, this free report is a must. If your strategy is buy and hold, this report is a must. If you're a day trader, a swing trader, a Forex or options trader, or just getting into the markets, this report is a must. And it's the second best gift you'll ever receive. Look, if you buy a stock and the general market is trending in the other direction, you've reduced your odds of buying at the right time by 70%. Instead, let me teach you how to get that 70% Advantage Plus. The Plus is a free trial to my daily newsletter service, Mastering Probability. There's no upfront deposit, no charge to your credit card, and I compress decades of education into each daily newsletter. This is a limited time offer, so act now, and I'll teach you how to take the trend and turn it into your best friend. All the details are on the homepage of TFNN.com. Act now.